Off top, it was definitely weird. The beginning was weird as fuck when we get introduced because we get introduced to the girl first. You know her name?
Raina.
We get introduced to Raina, who's walking up walking up the street talking about this dude, like this black dude she's so in love with. She's like a fanatic basically. And
Hmm.
she goes to his house. She's like, oh, if his door was unlocked, that would be perfect. His door happens to be unlocked. She does
Hmm.
this goofy ass smile and walks in. She, oh my god, hey, that shit was crazy.
She like, I was like, yo,
She,
wow.
she walks in, she's in his shit. She's like a stalker. She's happy to be a stalker too. She's like praising herself for being a stalker.
She made love to that nigga pillow.
Laid in his bed, grabbed his pillow. We think she just like, oh, I love him so much. Nah, she has an orgasm
Yeah,
imagining him.
freaky ass
After,
nigga.
yeah, all of this is all of this shit
69 God.
all of this shit is happening. Then she's confronted by a dark figure. We don't know who it is, but he runs up on her, knocks her ass out.
Stole on her.
He drops her. She wakes up tied up to a pole in a basement.
Hmm.
And then we discover this is the nigga she's been stalking.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Right? Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
You won't be needing that. I already ordered for you.
Being here with you right now, it's probably been like the highlight of my week.
Everything okay?
Stop playing with me.
I'm not even about to let you pull me out of my character right now.
Some people just can't take a hint. I'm like your homegirl Tasha.
Why do you keep calling me? I don't have nothing else to say to you.
I don't really have any words for you, and I don't really want to hear shit you gotta say.
It just seems like negative people seem to bring out the negativity in me.
Only you can control your reactions.
Come outside. Oh my God. What the hell are you doing here?
Hello,
We here.
we are back with another Tubi exclusive.
Fanatic.
This one is called Fanatic. Written and directed by
Jade Jones. Written and directed. Written,
uh,
written, written by, and directed by.
are they in there?
What?
Were they one of the actors? They just wrote and directed.
I don't see their name in here. I put
Okay.
actors, but yeah, I think it's just the writer and the director. I don't think they
Uh,
acted in it.
all right. So off top, the premise of this movie is different and interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way everything is set up is weird, but it's like normal. Like I said, it's outside the box for real. Because this is a story of a serial killer who's being stalked by a real life stalker
Mm-hmm.
in a small town where pretty much everybody's connected. Everybody important is connected in this whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
Um, Off top, it was definitely weird. The beginning was weird as fuck when we get introduced because we get introduced to the girl first. You know her name?
Raina.
We get introduced to Raina, who's walking up the street talking about this dude, like this black dude. She's so in love with. She's like the Fanatic basically. And
Mm-hmm.
she goes to his house. She's like, oh, if his door was unlocked, that would be perfect. His door happens to be unlocked. She does
Mm-hmm.
this goofy ass smile and walks in. Oh my god, hey, that shit was crazy.
She like, I was like, yo, wow.
She walks in, she's in his shit. She's like a stalker. She's happy to be a stalker too. She's like praising herself for being a stalker.
She made love to that nigga pillow.
Laid in his bed, grabbed his pillow. We think she just like, oh, I love him so much. Nah, she has an orgasm.
Yeah.
Imagining him.
Freaky ass
After,
nigga.
yeah, all of this shit.
69 God.
All of this shit is happening. She's confronted by a dark figure. We don't know who it is, but he runs up on her, knocks her ass out.
Stole on her.
He drops her. She wakes up tied up to a pole in a basement.
Mm-hmm.
And then we discover this is the nigga she's been stalking.
Right. His name is Sterling, but they call him Ruth. She calls him Ruth throughout the whole movie. I guess that's his nickname.
That's his nickname. He's like a pretty boy type nigga. Mm-hmm. He's really standoffish when it comes to, because every girl I guess is like in love with him basically.
Yeah.
But he's a serial killer because she wakes up and there's a body taped up behind her on the ground.
Yeah, pretty much. And before all of that, she knows all of this because they got the same classes, you know what I mean? Like, and they go to the same coffee shop, you know what I mean? So she's like pretty much on this nigga's helmet or whatever. Just like you said, she's just the girl that nobody notices. She even says in the beginning, she was just like, people wouldn't notice me, but I'm ugly as fuck. Like, that's how the movie started. I was like, whoa. I just started laughing when she was like, I'm ugly as fuck. I was like, I can't take this movie seriously. I almost turned it off, but I was just like, let me keep on watching.
And she literally did say that though. She was like, I'm ugly as fuck, and nobody knows.
I thought it was funny. It was just like, but at the same time, I wasn't looking for funny. I was looking for a thriller, but I thought it was funny, so I kept on watching it.
Hey, I forgot you said that.
She was like, but I'm ugly as fuck.
So
yikes.
Her interaction with him is like she's like, I'm scared because you're a killer, but I still love you, which is weird as fuck. Because he's asking her, he's like, are you scared right now? Because he got her tied up and talking to her. And she's like, he's like, why you break in here? She's like, because I'm in love with you. I'm like basically tell him like I was stalking you. And he's like, well, now that you know I'm a killer, are you scared? Yeah. You still love me? Yes. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, they're both fanatics in a way.
Yeah.
He's the fanatic serial killer, and she's like a fanatic as far as a stalker.
Yeah, because he has in his mind, he has every reason to be killing these people. He kills people that are like bullies. He kills people that fuck up other people's lives. So he feels like God sent me here to do this.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
It's crazy as fuck. He got a white partner who's like, I hate those type of white dudes.
They talk about the ones that act like they, yeah.
You're not from here, but you act like you're from here. You want to be down so bad.
Right. They're hanging out with some females or whatever one time, but he ain't really, at first, it kind of looks like he might be gay.
It seems the vibe is kind of there.
Right. So it's just like, it's funny when she finally tells him, just like, your friend, he used to bully me or whatever. And nigga said, what?
Yeah. No, she said he still bullies because she was like, he's never been nice to me. He was like, what do you mean? He's a bully to me. He was like, he bullied you? And she was like she knew she fucked up. She was like, well, nah. Yeah. he kind of like, yeah, knock, motherfucking no. You said he did it. You said he did it.
It's like don't start my motherfucking shit up. But I'm thinking before that, like and then like kind of when he takes off the tape off of her mouth or whatever, and they're talking, like she's still scared of him or whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like he got her locked up, killing people or whatever. Like she's not really. He hasn't even really said that he likes her yet or he had feelings for her yet. You know what I mean? So
he's like trying to feed her and shit. He's like, it's weird. He's treating her like she's free because he like feeding her food and trying to be nice. Like, nigga, you still got her tied up.
Nigga, she could have been broke out of that damn duct tape, nigga. She just didn't want to.
Then when she did get out, she was creeping to the door. I'm like, run.
She walked. The nigga was just like, I got feelings for you or whatever. She was just like, no, this nigga didn't just say that shit. It's like you can leave if you want to, but this is all after like he's had her for like a few days, like 3 days.
Well, you skipping the part, which is funny to me because she's like, I need to take a shower. Yeah, he like, I'll give you a shower. So he got her in the tub. She's in her mind like, oh my God, he's taking my clothes off. Oh my God, I can't believe this. She's sitting in the tub. He's washing her. She looked to the side like, oh, he's hard right now. She was like, I can suck it.
I've been like, go ahead.
No lie. My perverted mind.
Hey.
You already here.
Hey, man, run that shit one time. Oh, man, when I first saw that, I was just like, man, he better than me. I'm sitting over here. I'm lonely. It's nighttime.
I'm a serial killer. She's offering to do this. Hey, anybody else here?
Run that. So
then later on, we get to with him letting her go.
Right. He lets her
go. First he kills the white dude is his best friend, but he kills him because he finds out he's been bullying her. Because he's like, he invited him over. He like, bring some weed or something. He like, you want to bring some girls? He's like, nah, just you. So the white dude shows up. Then white dude tries to kiss him.
Right. So he ends up being, the white guy ends up being gay. And he uses that to his advantage to get him closer to him. He was just like, well, hey. He stabs her in the neck and shanks him with the kitchen knife. And then he drags her down there and, shows the body or whatever. And then that's
like, I did this for you.
Right.
And on top of all of this, white dude is the son of the detective department that Darrell also Darrell. What the fuck is his name?
His name was Rue.
That Rue works for. Rue works for the detective's office, and the two detectives there, he's like cool with. He's like an intern. One of those detectives, that's his son that he just killed.
Right, and the other detective is Raina's uncle,
adoptive father. Uncle.
Yeah.
Like he took her in when her parents died.
Right. So that's pretty much the cast, and then the roommate.
So after she gets let free, she goes home. We find out her roommate, who was also kicking it there when she was tied up, she was kicking it with the white dude and what the fuck is his name, man?
Tomorrow Sterling Rue.
I keep wanting to call this nigga Darrell. Rue. Yeah. So they was kicking. It was her, the two girls one of the girls was what's her name's roommate. But when she gets back home, it's that same girl. And she like, you didn't pay your half of the rent, so I did. She's like getting on her like, where the hell you been at?
Right. Yeah.
And then you could tell like she's a bully to her. Because in her mind, she like, oh, I wish you would just chop her motherfucking head off. She says that in her mind.
Yeah. So with her, I'm actually a little bit, I'm not confused now because I know who did it, but like, why did the other person kill her? Because Rue didn't do it.
Okay, so that's the other twist that I didn't fully understand, because after the detective's son gets killed, that detective's going. The main detective's still there trying to figure out the case. He gets an interview from this black lady.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing the interview. After the interview, she's like, "Let's go get drinks." He ended up fucking her.
Yeah.
She's questioning him after like the whole time they're together. She keeps questioning him. Then we find out she's a killer too.
Right. Like she's the copycat killer.
But it was for no reason because, like you said, she kills what's her name's roommate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why? And it's funny when she confronted him about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you killed her. He was like, I swear to God, I ain't kill her.
Talking about Rue when Raina walked in, it was like, I swear to God on everything I'd have killed her. He was like, yes, you did. You're a murderer. Who else would do it?
They talking, but he talks like it's a real job. Like, no, why would I kill her? Like, I kill some motherfucker. Why would I kill her though? Like, they talk like it's normal.
Like, why would I lie to you? It's like I done told you everything else. Like, why would I? You know what I mean? Why would I lie about this girl?
So we don't know why she's a killer or why she killed her. We don't know.
Yeah. So when Rue gave her that money for the rent, did he know? Because I don't remember her telling him that she's getting bullied.
We don't hear none of this shit
by Cassie. She's getting bullied by Cassie, which is the roommate, and that she's short on rent. So we didn't know any of that. It just he ends up giving her the money for it, and then that was it.
What you saying that it reminded me that I hated how Cassie was talking in certain scenes. She'd be like, "Why would you give?"
Talking about Raina, not Cassie. Cassie's a roommate.
Raina, that shit was pissing me off. Why are you talking like that?
Well, her character in general was like, even though I, the film, like I like, the whole story of, around everything, right? But her character made it it was like a little goofy. Like her smile when she did a little smile, like it wasn't crazy. It was more goofy than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So when she did that, I was just like, I don't know if I like that much. I don't know if
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I like her character as much as I like the actual story. Like Rue's character did his thing. But all right, going into this detective. Now, another critique I have on the detective figuring out that it was Rue doing the murders. This nigga got a dream. He has a dream. He wakes up, it's Rue. And why do they? And this is what I was talking about before when it comes to like certain Tubi movies. It's like you be there, you have it all laid out. You know what I mean? The story, actors, everything is cool. And then you add one element, which is an actor that like you don't have to sound like that. Like like him being the detective, him being just like, we got him. Like, you know what I mean? Like that corny detective, like talk, like, come on, man. Like, don't he could just be a regular guy. You know what I mean? Like just have him talk regular. So when he wakes up after having a dream, like Rue had scratches on his hand one time and he pointed out the scratches. You know what I mean? Yeah. We talked about earlier that Rue works for the detective department as an intern or whatever. He saw scratches on his hand. He was like, what are those scratches? He was just like, oh, I got a little, irritation on my hand or whatever. Just on your hand? Yeah, that happens. Like, why was
hope it doesn't spread to your penis.
Hella inappropriate. But anyway, he goes to sleep, wakes up, has a dream that is Rue, and pretty much accuses him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I didn't like that. Because you had a dream that Rue was a killer. When you wake up, that's the reality. Like, there was no clues.
Not one clue. Nothing.
You just knew it was him.
Nothing at all.
And my pet peeve with that in these type of movies, if you know that, just go arrest him. If you know that, why do you need to talk to the girl and let her know that he's the killer? Why do all of this go around the table shit? Just go get this nigga.
Yeah.
But then in him discovering that, I guess because he can't find the time to arrest him, he goes to see the reporter girl again. The reporter girl tries to kill him.
Yeah.
It was just like, wait, like why? Then he shoots her, and then he immediately goes to Rue's house to confront him. Because Rue, but in that time, what's her name has already told Rue, my uncle knows you're the killer.
Right. So they almost like set it up. They kept the door open on purpose, knowing that, So he already knew about the copycat and everything. Rue knew about the copycat.
Yeah, because he was like, I didn't kill her.
Right. So they didn't. They didn't say when he found out that she was a copycat though.
Mm-mm.
Like
Mm-mm.
nobody knew. Like copycat kind of just came out of nowhere. Just like, oh, she's a copycat killer.
Out of the clear blue sky, it just happened.
I was waiting. Like as soon as I knew that she was a killer too, I was waiting for somebody to explain to me. So when the detective went down there to talk to Rue, it's like, so I just killed the killer. Like, what was she about or whatever? He was like, oh, that's what you call a copycat.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I don't like finding out that way. But
I don't like finding out, and we don't know why.
yeah, so they what's it called? Raina ends up coming out of the another part of the basement, whatever. Why is there a door down there and there's steps to get there? Like, how does that work? Does
I don't know.
basements have extra doors?
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess.
so she comes out of nowhere, shoots the detective, and then they're back at the coffee shop, and some black lady bitching about COVID comes in there spraying Lysol everywhere, like, y'all motherfuckers should wear a mask and blah blah blah. And they look at each other like, yeah, we about to kill this bitch too.
No, she told her like, "Your ugly ass don't need no." Let me
Oh,
tell you,
man.
in reality, how people was getting at this girl, that is not reality. That earlier when she walked in the shop, they were just like, "Oh god damn!" When he walked in with her, like, what is he doing with her ugly ass? Like, ain't nobody gonna say shit like that in real life.
Hella loud. Oh, like, yo, that's crazy.
And then the ugly ass gay dude was like, "That bitch, wolf ass face bitch, the ugly gay dude with the perm."
Yeah.
Like, no, nobody talk like that in real life.
I was just I always get mad. I'm like, man, how did they cast a character? I think we talked about this before. Like, you cast a character that's like, yo,
Takashi.
you gotta be ugly to play. And it's like, you could tell that she was one of those girls that's just like, if she dresses up and stuff like that, she probably wouldn't look like that. So they made her kind of like dress down and have a weird hairstyle and
In that
no
face, that
makeup or
goofy ass
whatever.
face.
That stupid smile. So, but it's like you got to let them know. It's like, yo, you're gonna be ugly in this. People are gonna be calling you ugly. So be your ugliest. Like, damn.
So anyway, so yeah, that was a flash forward. She's pregnant. They back at that same coffee shop, and you
Mhm.
could tell like he's still serial killing. Because when the lady comes in there going off about COVID, wear your mask, she's just talking shit. They kind of look at each other like, yeah, we're killing that bitch next.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie ends.
So,
Very
mhm.
interesting story, like I said.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
My rating for this would be a oh man. So I'm gonna give it a right. No, I'm gonna give it a right, right, right. Yeah, that was it.
I'm gonna give it a right, right, and a And the only reason I'm giving the story is because of the copycat killer part. I feel like it. I don't want to say it was unnecessary, but it was like we don't get a clear reason why she's doing it.
Yeah, and I
It
think
was
that was the
it
writing
was
part for me.
no. So the writing, but so for me, the writing is the dialogue.
Right. I just felt like how they explained it was like, I was about to say the
Oh
wrong
yeah, yeah, you was. Yeah,
about to
you
get
was.
us canceled. The way that they wrote it, like the dialogue for that part, like Ruth saying why. I mean, I get that story, the story and the writing kind of align in different ways or whatever, but like them writing, oh yeah, she's a copycat. Like them not explaining it any further was what
Mm-mm.
kind of like threw me for a loop.
Yeah, it was like
They really didn't need that lady.
they kind of I know why they did it. They did it to where like that could have been his way out. That could have been his excuse for being let off the hook as the killer.
Sure.
That could have worked, and it probably did. Like in the grand scheme, like because he's a detective, he killed. I guarantee he had to report it like she's the serial killer.
Yeah.
So he's out of it, even though he killed her after he killed him after he killed the serial killer.
Right.
So it's not going to work in the story as the story goes. But that character it works for the story, but give us a reason. She was a normal, like she walked up, she got a camera guy and everything. She's a reporter.
Yeah.
For her to turn around and be a copycat serial killer, and we don't know why, we have no background or understanding why. That's why it's like now it feels like we don't need you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but like overall the story, I couldn't bring it all the way down to okay because like the thought of them both being fanatics in different ways, you know what I mean, and her, you know, him turning her into a serial killer and like hit the serial killer having a stalker. I feel like that's a different story and like it's more it's unique and just like you said, it's interesting. So I couldn't bring it down to that. Like it's not it's not great because of that too, because of that part in there of the reporter lady. Like I don't feel like they needed it, but it wasn't enough for me to bring it all the way down.
Right. I feel like,
but I feel like the way that they described it in the dialogue was
trash.
It was just okay.
But like, share, subscribe, talk to us, talk back wherever. If you're there, let us know below how y'all felt about this movie. It's on Tubi right now. It's called The Fanatic.
And we out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.